Welcome back, students, for another class of advertising and salesmanship with me, Adela Samuel, Head Department of Accounting and Finance, St. Anne's Arts and Science College, Madhavaram. So, in today's class, we are going to deal with the topic, the role of integrated marketing communication in the marketing process. So as we have studied earlier, integrating marketing communication is a very simple concept which ensures that all the forms of communications and messages are carefully linked together with each other. So any kind of communication or message that the company wants to convey to the customers are all linked together so that it conveys the same message in the same concept and creates an impact in the minds of the customers. So we are going to see what this IMC does in the process of marketing. Okay, so through a particular framework, we are going to analyze how the IMC process fits into the organization's marketing process or marketing strategies. So there are four types of major frameworks that we are going to see. The number one is marketing strategies and analysis. Number two is target marketing process. Number three is developing the marketing planning program. And number four is the role of advertising and promotions. Under these four concepts, there are various other simpler concepts that fit into and where IMC is going to play a major role. So under marketing strategies and analysis, we have the opportunity analysis that is going to be undertaken. Then we have competitive analysis, and the third one is target market selection. Then we have the process of target marketing process, under which we have identifying the markets, market segmentation, selecting a target market, and market positioning. Through these processes, how IMC is going to play an important role. And then the third concept we are going to see under this framework is developing the marketing planning program, under which we'll be seeing product decision, pricing decision, distribution channel decision. Then we have developing promotional strategies too. So all these are the four decisions that is going to be taken under the developing the marketing planning program. And then finally, how IMC plays an important role in the process of advertising and promotion, and then how this will lead to the purchase and repurchase of products by the customers. So this is the framework that we are going to analyze and see how IMC fits into the marketing process of any organization. So first in the framework, we are going to see the marketing strategy and analysis. So any organization that wants to produce products and sell it in the marketplace, they have to have a strategic marketing plan to guide the allocation of its resources and in the distribution process of all the products that they have created. So for this, first they have to undergo this process of marketing strategy and analysis. So in that case, the first thing that they have to do is opportunity analysis. So market opportunities are areas where there are favorable demand trends where the company believes customers' needs and opportunities are being satisfied. So the first thing that they have to do is to find out what are the opportunities that are available in the market which they can use for their benefit and create a product and sell it to the customers. Or if there is an already existing product, what are the other opportunities that are available in the market that they can figure out, and they will go in for addressing those needs and wants of those customers in order to satisfy them. So first in this analysis, opportunity analysis, if you take the example of these shoe companies like Adidas or Nike and Reebok, all these companies, the shoe market, in the shoe market, they have found out an opportunity to broaden their customer base in case of athletic shoes. So they have found out that this particular trend is very prevalent among the customers who seek for these shoes. So they go in for this kind of an opportunity, to utilize this opportunity and create a market for that kind of an opportunity. The second one is the competitive analysis. Competitive analysis is where the firms go in for finding out what is the competition that is prevailing in the market and how the customers are going to search for different products and find out what is best for them. So what is the competition that is existing in the market has to be understood clearly by the marketers so that they can utilize their promotional techniques in order to adjust to this competition. So if you take the US market, they have found out that many customers are using high-end products like all these branded products to purchase their, for example, their clothes brand or accessories. For all these things, they go in for high-priced branded products. And it is not just the high-end customers, but it's also the middle-class customers who go in for search of all these high-end or branded products. So that is the competitive edge that these companies have found out. So what they need to do is, if they find out these opportunities that is there in the market, then they have to address these through the help of promotional techniques that they have in hand. So the IMC process will help to create an awareness among the customers and to promote this competitive spirit that is existing in the minds of the customers. So that is the competitive analysis that we can see under the strategy. Then we have the third one is the target market selection. So after you evaluate the opportunities and a competitive spirit in the minds of the customers in the market, the best thing is to do is to segment the market. Okay, so when they go in for segmenting the market, they go in for this process of target market selection. So they have to find out who exactly needs this. There are a lot of customers in the market. Which customer or who exactly needs your product that you are going to create? That has to be understood clearly, and that group of customers will have to be targeted. So that is why target market selection takes place. So if you are able to target one group of customers who need your product, then in that case, you'll be able to achieve your goals. So target market selection is another important concept that will happen in the market strategy and analysis process. The next step is the target market process. Now under this you have stages like identifying the markets, market segmentation, and selecting a target market, and also the market positioning process. Okay, now we have target marketing process with where you go in for first identifying the markets. So which market is you're going to target. So that has to be identified first. Okay, then you go in for segmenting the markets into different types. So you segment the market, find out who your target audience are going to be, and then segment them according to the products that you have created. Then you select a target market, and to this particular target market, you're going to position the product in their minds. So if you take the examples that you see in the screen, you have products like Colgate and Horlicks. So if you see these products, if you take Colgate first, you have the product is the same. Okay, so the product that you're going to use is to clean your teeth. So the product is going to be the same, but they have different varieties of the same product. So you have product like Strong Teeth, Sensitive Teeth, Total, Herbal, Salt, Whitening, Max Fresh, and Siba. Okay, so all this are the varieties that is present to you, but everything, their ingredients are a little bit different, and every product is going to target a different type of customer. So you identify a market, then you segment them based on the products that you have created, select the target market that you want, and you're going to go through this process of promoting the product to that particular audience alone. For example, if you take Colgate Sensitive, so your target market is going to be people who have sensitive teeth. So people who have been recommended to use Colgate by the dentist. So that particular target audience alone you select, and you tell them why this product is necessary for them. So you select your target market and you're positioning the product in that group's mind alone. So market positioning comes here, where you're telling the customers this is the product that you need for your sensitive teeth. Or if there is a person who needs who believes in herbal products, so you're telling that particular customer Colgate Herbal is very good for them. So that is going to be your target market, and you're telling that customer and you're positioning that message in that particular customer's mind. So all these products, their advertisements are a bit different than the other because they are selecting a particular target market and they are addressing to them alone. So that is the target market process. Again, if you take the example of Horlicks, Horlicks also, what happens here is, again, there are a lot of different types of Horlicks that is given. Like for example, you have the normal Horlicks for children, you have Junior Horlicks with 2 flavors in it, and then you have Mother's Horlicks, Women Horlicks, Horlicks Light, and Horlicks for Pro Mind. So the target audience who are going to buy these products are totally different. So your Horlicks Light is for seniors, Horlicks Women is for targeting the women alone. Normal Horlicks is for anybody to drink. Junior Horlicks is for age group below from 3 years to 5 or 6 years. Okay, and then you have Mother Horlicks where for pregnant women. And then you have Pro Mind for studying students, for students who are studying hard. For them, that is Pro Mind. So the target audience are going to be different. So they have identified the market, segmented the market. The product is going to be the same, but they're selecting a different target market and then trying to position that product in the minds of the customers who are going to buy it with different concepts in it. So that is how the marketers go in for targeting the products, and that is how they integrate all the promotional techniques which they have, like advertisements, printed ads, television ads, social media ads, inside the store ads, or pamphlets and brochures and hoardings. All this is going to be related to the concept that they have selected, to the target markets that they have selected, and that will be conveyed to the customers through this process of market positioning, which will create an impact in the minds of the customers. So this is the second process that happens in the IMC process when they are going in for marketing. The third process that happens is developing the marketing planning program. Now under this also you have a few stages where they first start off with the product decision. So any organization is existing because it has some products and services or ideas to offer to its customers in exchange for its money. This offering may come in the form of a physical product, for example, your soft drinks or eatable items, clothes that you wear, or a car, or anything that you buy, a product as such. It can also be a service like banking, airlines, or restaurant, anything that can be giving you some kind of a service. Then you also have certain ideas that they propagate, like for a particular cause, like don't drink and drive, wear helmets and drive, or do not smoke, or things like that. Okay, so that can also be sold as a product. Even a person can be sold as a product, like a political candidate. He can be propagated like a product to the customer so that people might vote for him. So a product decision is the first thing that they do in developing the market planning program. So what is the product and what is the decision behind any product that you're going to sell? That has to be understood clearly. The second thing is under developing a market planning program is price decision. The price of the product that you're going to sell. So it can be varied. What products you're going to sell, depending on that, your prices are going to be different. So what is the price? What kind of decision you're going to take on the basis of the product and the price is another thing that you have to understand in this marketing planning program. What kind of pricing you're going to give for the product? What type of pricing? There are different types of pricings that are available. So what kind of a pricing you're going to choose to sell your product, that has to be understood clearly. Then you have the distribution channel decision. How are you going to distribute your products? What are the various channels you're going to use in order to distribute your products. So you have to decide on, or you have to go in for selecting a particular medium through which you're going to distribute the products that you have created. That decision will have to be taken by the marketers. Based on that, they go in for integrating the marketing communication processes. So distribution channel is yet another decision that has to be taken up. Then you have finally the development of promotional strategies. So based on what your product is, what pricing you're going to give for the product, and based on the channel of distribution that you have selected, you go in for the promotional strategies that are present. So it can be either through any kind of medium, like all the different kinds of medium can be collaborated into one, and your information can be conveyed to your customers. Like you can choose a television medium, you can choose a print medium, if you're going to go in for a direct medium where your salesmen are going to talk to customers and convince them, or you have the social media platform where you have Facebook and Twitter and Instagram and all these social media platforms where you can advertise your products, or through online advertising you can go in for conveying your message. So through all these promotional strategies, you are able to go in for creating a marketing plan for your product. So based on all these product decision, pricing decision, channel decision, and your promotional strategies that you select, your marketing program is designed, and in all this your IMC is going to be integrated. So you're going to integrate all your communication techniques together to create an awareness in the minds of the customers. That is more important in your marketing planning program. And finally, you have the role of advertising and promotion. So once you have created the entire marketing strategy as such to create an awareness among the customers, the final role is the role of the advertising and promotional techniques. So what IMC does in this process is it will integrate all the different types of techniques that you have, communication techniques that you have, to convey the information to your customers. So that is the role of advertising and promotion. So if you take, for example, printed mediums, if you take we'll take the example of Vodafone as such, or the Zuzus that they have created to create an awareness among the customers about Vodafone. So you take the printed ads first. So in the printed ads, like newspaper ads or magazine ads or posters, all these printed format ads, you had the Zuzus, which is conveying some kind of an information to your customers. Like for example, in this slide that you see, Vodafone 3G is here, faster, smarter and better. It's trying to convey some kind of a 3G information to the customers. Then you have choose your favorite phone number. That is also another printed ad. So there is the character which is conveying this information through a printed ad for you. Then you have a television ad where during the cricketing seasons you have a lot of television Zuzu ads that is coming in, which is trying to convey some kind of an information about the Vodafone product. Okay, so that is a television ad. So you have Zuzus coming in the printed ads, you have Zuzus coming in the television ads also. Then you have the social media ads, where in Facebook or in Twitter or in Instagram or in other social media platforms, you can see these Zuzus coming up with telling some kind of an information to the customers, and people comment on it and they see it, and it'll be in the corner of the page, Facebook page, where people get attracted towards it, and some kind of an information is conveyed to the customers. So the same concept, the concept of Zuzu is the same, but it is being used in different varieties of communication techniques. That is what IMC does. Then you have a billboard ad which is on the roads, a billboard which is on a road which is conveying some information. That there also they're using the same concept, the Zuzu concept. Then you have a store display. Inside a store where you go to buy a product also, there is this Zuzu character standing there, and that is, and if you, when you see the character itself, you will get reminded of Vodafone. So this is how every company needs to go through this process of IMC, where all the information that the company wants to convey to the customers will be done with the help of integrating all the promotional techniques that they can take up. So these are all the promotional techniques where they are going to communicate the message to the customer. So through varieties of communication techniques, they come up with, they will convey the same information to the customers. So when they are able to convey the same information to the customers, what happens? Purchase happens. That is the last stage of any process. So the purchase happens, and when they purchase the product, because the advertisements and all the promotion techniques are conveying the same information to the customers, they go in for purchasing, and when they are happy with it, they go in for repurchasing the product, and that is how the company gets their benefits, or that's how the company earns their profits. So this is how any company should integrate their communication process and be benefited. So this is the role of advertisement and promotions in the concept of IMC. So finally, we have the stage where purchase and repurchase happens, as I told you, because the customers are aware of the product through all these kinds of medium. Wherever they turn, they can see the Zuzu. So whenever they see the Zuzu, they are able to identify it as Vodafone. So if they want to buy a cell phone connection, immediately these Zuzus come into their minds and they go in for purchasing Vodafone. That's how the companies will impact the minds of the customers with the message that they convey through all the different kinds of techniques. So these are the stages that happens. This is the role of IMC in the process of marketing. In the process of marketing, IMC plays a very important role, and finally it leads to purchase and repurchase of the product, which is what every company needs, so that they will earn their profit and their goal of being established in the market is being satisfied. So thank you students for being patiently listening to this video. So in today's class, we have understood clearly the framework for analyzing how IMC fits into an organization's marketing strategy and program. So we have seen 4 different heads: marketing strategy and analysis, target marketing process, developing the marketing planning program, and the role of advertising and promotion, and how IMC plays a very important role in this process of marketing as such. So I hope you have understood everything clearly. The notes will come in the next class. You can go through the notes also. So thank you.